Hello everybody and welcome. After securing back-to-back wins in the last episode, the question is, have we continued that form and are we in any closer position to being promoted? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode number 52 of To Be a Legend, FM 26 style. We started the save at managing Radcliffe and then having got them to the Football League, we were poached by Bolton to save them from relegation in League One, and this is our story. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two more games in League One as we get down to the final 5 games of the season. I say 5 games, I think it's 6 actually. It's match days 42 and 43. Actually, it might be 5 games to the season. We'll come to that in a minute. We're looking to secure, first of all, a playoff position, which I think mathematically we're all but there, which is a big win, considering we were adrift in the relegation zone at the start of when we took Bolton over, which is why they brought us in, of course. And the other thing is we were challenging for automatic promotion. We were going to play one game while you were off, that game against bottom club Swindon Town, but we had an international window, which then contrived that we still had players away and we had the opportunity to postpone the game against Swindon. So we moved that, and we thought we'd have a game in hand. So we were playing behind all the rest. But it appears not. More about that in a moment. But since you've been with us, since you've been away, we did take the opportunity to play a friendly against Radcliffe at Stainton Park. We beat them 2-1 in that one. Erhon and Gale the scorers for us. Ibrahimov, an old stalwart of the A series, scoring for Radcliffe. 2-1 win for us. And then in the second friendly, we lost 2-1 to Championship side Oxford United. Brewster and Smith getting goals in the second half after Jamal Lewis give us a lead inside injury time in the first half. Opportunity to play lots of players on trial with us, and just some of the players that haven't had game time, so we thought we'd give them a little bit of a run out. But more importantly, League One, we did beat Swindon Town by 3-0. Mahuka after 7 minutes, Simons after 53, Taylor rounding it off after 72. But the downside was Erhon got sent off for a very brash tackle, and there was absolutely no reason. We were 3 up, and he had no reason to make the tackle at all. Made the tackle, got a straight red, and got a 1-match ban. That has been increased to 3-match ban because it was a bad tackle. And to be fair, it was a bad tackle, and he needs to learn his lesson. So he's gone missing for a few games. He'll be out for 3 games, which means he'll miss the Watford game, Colchester, and the Swansea game that you won't see offline. But he should be back in time for Crewe and Wigan, and they may turn out to be quite influential games. So we'll make sure we get some game time in the under-21s if we can. The table looks like this then after that. 41 games played for everybody. As I said, I was thinking that, as we postponed that game, that we would be a game behind everybody else, but it appears not. So Huddersfield lead the pack on 83 points. We are just 5 points behind them now. Just 5 points behind them on 78. Preston, they drew their last game, which means that they have lost. In fact, going back to Huddersfield, they lost a game, which is why we gained on them. And then they've drawn a game. That is another reason why we've closed it down to 5 points. And so we could actually get promoted as champions. That would be absolutely stupendous. But Preston, more to the point, they drew their last game, which means that we have a 2-point advantage over them at the moment. Watford, our first opponents of the episode, are in 4th place. They've won the last 3 games straight. So then they're going to be tough opposition. We lost to them earlier in the season, so revenge is what is required today, and we won't be going to gun-ho. Barnsley are in 5th on 67 points. Swansea, we will play offline in between this episode and the next episode. They're on a decent run at the moment, which is not good news for us. They are in the last playoff place on 64, and Stockport County just outside in 7th on 63. As there is 5 games to play, 15 points available, my reckoning is 15 on to 63 is 78. That's why I think we are just mathematically missing out on securing a playoff place, but that is pretty much where we are, at least a playoff place coming up. So today's opponents, Watford first, and then we're going to face Colchester, who we always seem to have a bit of a bum deal with. They are down in 12th at the moment. They winning, losing, which also means that they could win. So if they win their next game, lose against us, they follow the pattern, which would go down rather well. Right, having got you all up to date, let's get on with the episode. It is a tough match, and if we are to succeed in getting automatic promotion and not go through the playoffs, we need to win this game. And here is the team for our League One match against Watford, and it's pretty much a similar team to what we've been playing. We did take the opportunity during the international break and a couple of friendlies to get a bit of rotation and to play some players, but we're back to a familiar side today. It's Booth in goal, Taylor and Lockyer as the defensive duo. Tingy did play in there during and played very well during the friendlies. In fact, he played there in the Swindon game, which he played very well as well, but he's on the bench today. Scanlon and Dacre Cogley are the wing backs, with Morley coming in for the suspended Erhon. Simons is alongside him in defensive midfield. Cisse is on the left. McAtee on the right. Walsh, who's he was in good form, and he's in a little bit of a rough patch, but he's in the side today behind Mahurka, who he leads the attack up front. He scored last time out against Swindon. Let's hope he can add to that today. And then the bench looks like this. It's Brad Collins, Lewis, Tingy, Friel, Alberis, Gale and Dolby. And here we go. Bolton back at the Tough Sheet Stadium. Bolton lining up as we were. They are playing a 4-3-3 today, making one change from the side that beat Rotherham 1-0 at home. They are currently 4th on 73 points. And they are playing in yellow tops with red stripes. And they get the game underway. Alain, O'Connell. And it's been an extremely cagey affair up until now. Cogley cutting that one out to Lockyer. Back to Booth. Booth comes out of his area. Scanlon finds Cisse. Cisse cuts inside. Scanlon through ball to Walsh. Walsh now crosses in. Oh, and Mahuka, I think it was. I don't know how that stayed out. Going to see the throw in. Dacre Cogley with the throw in. It's going to be a long one. Inside to Walsh. Walsh is tripped. Simons! And it's gone over the top. Took us a little while to get into this game, but we're up and running now. Morley with the corner. It's headed away, but only as far as Walsh. Walsh back to Morley. Back to Walsh. Walsh cuts inside. Couldn't keep it down. As we enter injury time, bad news is Reggie Walsh has come off with a potential lower leg injury, and they have a corner right on the stroke of half time. 2 minutes added on, and we're in the 3rd minute of added on time. And they've scored. Max Alain, the scorer, and gives them the lead right with the last kick of the ball in this first half, and that's not good news. Mahuka gets us back underway, but there can't be a lot of time left. It is all over for the first half, and what a double whammy, really. That injury to Walsh, and then, of course, who's been in absolutely excellent form, been running that midfield, and then we concede right on the stroke of half time, which is not good at all. We've had 6 shots, only 1 on target, and that's been the story of our recent form, is we're not hitting the target, and it's causing us problems. Watford have had 4 shots, 3 on target. They've had 53% of the possession. Again, I think we lost a little bit of possession towards the end of that game when Walsh went off. Their XG is 0.34 against our 0.60. We need to look how we can be better in the second half. And we get the second half underway. Mahuka, we're going all guns blazing for this first 10 minutes. And McAtee winning that ball. Simons. Booth. That's Booth well out of his area. No mistakes there. Taylor. Taylor comes forward. Slips it through to Gale. Gale to Morley. Morley out wide to Scanlon. And Scanlon just gives the ball up needlessly. But we've won it back. Cisse cuts inside now. Cisse! It's gone through the crowd. Got a deflection on the way there. But it all counts. 13th goal of the season for Cisse. And we are back level. I think we can drop to attacking. They defended this well, but not well. Morley getting it to Cisse. Cisse cutting inside. And decides to have a drive from just outside the area. And it bobbled and got a deflection. And they all count. Cox with a throw out, Elaine. As we look to try, we need to keep them in tow, but they're coming forward and danger ensues. Who let McConnell just run at us? Booth saw that over the top though. As we enter the last 5 minutes of this second half, we're looking for a winner. A draw, I guess, is the worst case scenario. We've got a corner. Morley, McAtee, back to Morley. Morley crosses in. Oh, thought that was gone in. Oh, my heart was in my mouth. And 3 minutes of time added on. Is it time or not to get back in? I don't think so. It's looking awfully like a draw. It is a draw. It's better than losing, I guess. And it does mean that we retain second place. Preston have caught us, though. They must have won. But we did pretty much dominate that second half, apart from right at the end. But we had to go a pretty gun-ho for it. 45% of the possession, 13 shots, only 4 on target, 0.99. They had 10 shots, 6 on target. And 0.66. It's not been the best day at the office, but against Watford, who are in reasonably good form, I guess that's not a bad result. Well, we're going to start with the really bad news, and probably the player of the season is out. And he's going to be out for 2 to 3 months. We won't see him again for the rest of the season. And well, he's been instrumental, and we're going to have a look, and somebody else is going to have to step into that. Disappointing, to say the least, but these things do happen. The scores from today's matches look like this. 1-1 draw against Watford. Who else around us? Huddersfield only managed a 0-0 draw against Mansfield. It was a chance to close the gap on them, to say the least. Preston, where are Preston? I can't see them at all. Oh, there they are at the top. Beat Blackpool in a West Lancashire derby, 3-0, and that's how they've closed the gap on us. The table looks like this at the end of the first game of the episode. We have guaranteed ourselves a playoff place at least. Huddersfield top then, only 5 points in front of us in second place. Preston are third, pushing from behind. There's a 5-point gap down to Watford. Barnsley in fifth on 70. Stockport County move back up into the playoff places on 66 points. Wickham just outside on 65. Swansea, by virtue of a loss, drop out of the top 6. That's how it is. We have 6 days down to the game against Colchester. Colchester, our previous history, I'm looking in the wrong place now. Previous history against them isn't too bad. I thought it was bad. We lost to them in the FA Cup, but prior to that, we'd not lost to them. Let's hope we don't today. I'll be back just ahead of that game with any team news. So we are at match day, and it's a Friday. It's in April. I'm guessing it's Easter. It's Good Friday, and we're playing Colchester at the JobServe Community Stadium for this one. It's match day 43 in the League One season as we get down to the last 4 games of the season. A win today would help us towards our ultimate goal of promotion without having to go through the ignominy of playoffs. But before that, we have to beat them. And, previously at the JobServe Stadium, we beat them 2-0. That was back in 2026. On that occasion, it was Sharples, Ahmed and Ete, the scorers, with no reply from Colchester. Then at the Tough Sheet Stadium, also in that season, McAtee scoring after Payne opened on 6 minutes, and McAtee getting the equaliser. And then earlier this season, we beat them 4-1 at home. Morley from the penalty spot after 11 minutes. Cisse, McAtee and Dacre Cogley, the scorers in the first half. It was 4-0 at half-time. Neve getting a consolation goal on 78. A similar result today would be very nice. But having said all of that, they did manage to beat us on penalties in the Tough Sheet at the Tough Sheet Stadium in the FA Cup earlier in the season. We took the lead through Mather. Payne equalised after 54. Dacre Cogley, we thought, got us the winner after 71, but it was a penalty after 89 that made it all square. And then in extra time, Friel gave us the lead again, but Adesanya got the equaliser, and then we lost on penalties. The rest, as they say, is history. A result and a win today is almost a must. Let's go and see if we can do it. And so to the side that faces Colchester in this League One matchday 43, as we come down to the last 4 games of the season. 12 points available, and we want to pick 3 of them up today. I'm going for 50% at least, if not more. 9 points, I think, should see us home, hopefully. Booth is in goal. It's Taylor and Lockyer as the defensive duo. Scanlon and Dacre Cogley as the wing-backs. Morley continues for the suspended Erhon, who is out his second game out of 3. Simons is alongside him in a defensive midfield. Cisse and McAtee as the attacking wide players. And then Randall comes in for Walsh. Behind Mahuko, leads the attack up front. Didn't play particularly well last time, but then neither did Dalby when he came on. So we've suddenly hit a bit of a problem with our strikers not putting the ball in the back of the net. Plenty of chances, just not putting them away. The bench then looks like this. It's Brad Collins, Lewis, Tingy, Cardenet, Alberes, Gale and Dalby. And here we are at Colchester. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. We're playing our usual formation and also playing in our pinky third kit tonight. We're second on 79 points. They are 11th on 62 points. And they made one change from the side that drew with Burton Albion 1-1 at home in their last match. And they get the game underway. Hopefully not eating too many Easter eggs. Lawson has the ball out wide. Dacre Cogley off his feet. Puts it into touch. And the highlight is going to continue, which is always a bit of a worry. Lawson crosses the ball in. Booth comes out and collects. Launches a quick one forward. It's headed on. And Litherland tidies up. And we still get the highlight, which is a bit of a worry. Dacre Cogley heads it back into Randall. Taylor. Randall, of course, in for Walsh. Morley. Cisse gets a chance to make a name for himself. Scanlon. Randall. Randall. Simons. And a gentle, quiet build-up. Dacre Cogley through to McAtee. McAtee into the area. And Mahuka puts it in the back of the net. And we take a lead inside 2 minutes. That's his 4th goal for us since he's been on loan. And these could be worth an absolute mint right now. McAtee hits that first time into the 6-yard box. And Mahuka says, thank you very much. Dacre Cogley again, swung in, headed away this time. Lisby. And Lisby comes away with it. I need to be very careful. No, we're like conceding after we've gone in front, and we're going to do it again, aren't we? Payne. Yeah. An own goal as it was in the end off of Taylor. But yeah, once again, we've taken the lead. We're going to berate the team because that's ridiculous. I think it's a Football Manager thing, actually. Oh, yeah. Probably was going wide until Taylor stuck his foot out. Taylor with the ball. Simons. Taylor finds Lockyer. Lockyer threads it through. It wasn't a very good ball. It was a bit weak. And Lawson pounced on it. Need to stop him coming through. Dacre Cogley does. McAtee. Simons. Over the top. Mahuka gets his second. Question whether he was offside. The referee is signalling offside. I don't think he was. Morley. Randall. Cisse. Randall, who seems to have done quite well. I don't want to put the mockers on him. Morley. Simons. Taylor. Taylor back to Lockyer. Lockyer chips one forward, but again his pass is wayward. And Randall wins that ball. Mahuka! Mahuka scored this time. Try and get him offside this time, ref. Yeah, it's not offside this time. Mahuka seems to be on a bit of form today. I think I might have upset him, really. And Randall wins that ball. He's doing Reggie Walsh things. Mahuka fires it from distance. And, well, it's 2-1. Now we don't want to concede. Throwing on that far side, Scanlon, who's picked up a yellow card, I notice. Cisse. Scanlon. His second shot wasn't really up to it. Simons. Simons finds McAtee. McAtee to Dacre Cogley. And Mahuka gets a hat-trick. His 7th goal in 10 matches. And, well, he's at pains to show me that he can put them away. McAtee just waited for the run of Dacre Cogley, who put it into the path of Mahuka. And Mahuka puts it past Macy, and we go 3-1 up on 33 minutes. .36 on the clock now. We got to be careful. We don't want to concede. We want to go in. Sort of 2 goals to the good at half-time. Tucker is getting shots away here. And we're defending it well. Litherland. Tucker. Through ball to Lisby. And Lisby puts it away. It's 3-2. It's a high-scoring game. And we have been leaky at the back, which we haven't been of late. we've had a few clean sheets, but today we're being poor. Lisby is in, and even Booth can't save it. Into the last 5 minutes of this first half, and we're picking up lots of yellow cards. We're going to have to be careful in the second half. And it is half time. We've got through to half time. We've fairly dominated that half, but the twice that we did, they scored, which is a bit of a concern. 56% of the possession, 6 shots, 3 on target, 1.22. They've had 4 shots, 2 on target. They've scored from both of them, 0.17 on the old XG. And, with Preston drawing with Mansfield, we need to keep in front. And Mahuka gets the second half underway. No changes at half time. Lockyer launches a long one. They have a corner. Payne with the corner. Swung in. It's headed behind though. Booth with the goal kick. He's gone for a long one. It's headed down and we've given possession away. We don't need to do that. Cardenas puts it in behind for a corner, and they have the corner. Cardenas come on for Dacre Cogley, who's picked up a knock. Hopefully he's not too bad. Lawson, we've not cleared this away again, have we? I think we're going to bottle it. Colchester, they're a pain in the rectum. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is. And as we enter this last 5 minutes of this second half, it's looking awfully like a draw. 5 minutes added on, and I get the feeling we're starting to bottle. Getting promoted automatically. It's all over, and it is a draw, and we've played poorly for once. 7 shots, 4 on target. Missing Reggie Walsh, that we weren't really in it in that second half, were we? They come out and did a job on us. And, good job Mahuka had a hat-trick in the first half, because otherwise we would have been struggling. And not helped by Taylor scoring an own goal as well. 54% of the possession, 7 shots, 4 on target, 1.35. They've had 46% of the possession, 11 shots, 5 on target, 0.82. Yeah, that's not done us well. And I think Preston will be still breathing down on X. Well, unlike the previous game where we had bad news, the Dacre Cogley is just a bruised ankle. It's just going to be out for a couple of days, which is rather splendid news. The day's results then, why we've moved on, I don't know. Can tell you, Wickham, who are in 6th, they beat Blackpool 3-1. We obviously got the draw, 3-3 draw against Colchester. Huddersfield beating Swindon Town by 3-1. They've opened up, I would probably suggest, an unassailable gap at the top of the table. They're not likely to slip up again. The only thing that worked in our favour today was Preston drawing 3-3 with Mansfield. So that has helped us somewhat. And Watford losing to Swansea by 1-0, which means that the pressure from behind has eased off a little bit because there's a 6-point gap below us. But it's Preston that are the problem to us as it currently stands. Huddersfield top then on 87, 7 points clear of ourselves and Preston. We are clear of Preston by 6 goals in goal difference terms, but we need to get back onto form, having drawn the last 2. We need to stop bottling it and get on. And I suggest a couple more wins would pretty much do it, as long as Preston don't win their games. Watford are in 4th on 74, 6-point gap with only 9 available. So that's how close it is. Barnsley are 5th on 73. Wickham are 6th on 68, and then Stockport and Swansea both try that again. Stockport, Swansea and Burton all on 67, just outside, all vying for a playoff place, and it's still within touching distance of them. Huddersfield, one more win would pretty much secure the championship for them, and that's what they will be out to do next time round. Swindon Town were relegated. I meant to tell you, we relegated them when they lost to us. Stevenage are 23rd on 33 with 9 points available. They are very much on the verge of going down. Blackpool are 5 points adrift, so they are all right for the moment, but they need to win, and they've lost 5 straight now. They're looking at candidates to go down. Wigan also in that drop zone, haven't won in 5 either. All right, that's how it stands at the end of the episode. We have 3 games left to play. Swansea at home at the Tough Sheet Stadium, which I'd like to think that we could go and win. Beat them 2-1 at their place earlier in the season. Then we play Crewe, who we've played twice so far this series. 3-0 winners earlier in the season at home. We're away to them on this occasion. 2 wins there, and we're in a really good place as we face Wigan, who we've lost. Lost to. I know. We have beat them on the last 3 occasions, and both times at the Tough Sheet Stadium. So another one, beat them earlier in the season by a goal to 0, but a similar result would be very, very good. We need to keep going. Preston, let's have a quick look at the fixtures. Can we have a look at the fixtures? I won't need to go back one, don't I? Go back 2, in fact. I saw them earlier. Preston, we will be playing Swansea. Preston are at home to Leyton Orient, who are 20th. You got to think that they are going to win that game. And then we'll check how Huddersfield playing. Then we're away to Crewe. Preston are away to Lincoln City, and our final game we are at home to Wigan, and Preston are at home to Milton Keynes. Preston have an easiest run in. That doesn't mean to say that they won't blow up, but they do have an easy-ish run in as it stands. Huddersfield play Doncaster next, the day after we play on Tuesday. So that's where we're at. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend. It's getting very exciting indeed. And of course, new episodes of To Be a Legend released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is follow me on X at Just Offside 2. Thank you for watching. It'll be episode 53. It's out on Monday, which means that next Thursday's episode will be one or two things. It'll either be a transfer special or it will be a playoff game. See you next time. Goodbye.